we have gotten our official looks at all of these summer 2026 Ninjago sets. And in this video, I'm gonna be giving my honest thoughts and my first real reactions to each one of these in some amount of detail. So let's start off with Lloyd's Dragon Mech Battle Pack. This one's gonna be retailing for around 10 USD, I guess, and it's got 81 pieces. We've had these before. The special thing about this one is that it shows up in June, which is not the normal case with these guys. They normally only show up in the winter waves of their respective year, but this one showed up in June, which is a welcome change. And just looking at these pictures here, I think I really like how this mech looks, though it is just way out of color scheme in some places. For example, the dark green cockpit, that dark green color is barely seen on the rest of the build. There's black on the build, there's lime on the build, there's translucent green on the build. It's all just a lot of green, which is okay, but it is what it is. There's just more looks at the same set right here, and this is how the cockpit piece looks, which is the thing I'm most interested in. I do really like how that looks. I don't think we needed a new cockpit, I'll be honest with you. Actually, I think the old one was better than this because this one doesn't have any attachment points. But hey, that is just a minute nitpick. And the Lloyd figure as well. It is incomplete, but hey, at least we are getting some resemblance of Dragon Lloyd in a $10 set. The J looks pretty good, except of course he has the wrong colored mask piece. And the Loyalist is just a nice inclusion in my opinion. All in all, this is a good set, and yeah, it's probably a pickup for most people. It is definitely going to be one for me. Next up though, Zilvar and Grimtak. We gotta talk a bit about this set because this is of course the main villain of part 2, Zilvar. And yeah, I do really like this one as well. I think the set itself, the build itself, is a good build, though I feel like the color scheme as well here is just a little bit all over the place because there's purple on the mouth area, there's none other on the build. But even looking past that, the dark red is predominant on the back part, but not as much on the front part. There's a lot of black on the front part, but not as much as on the back part. I guess you guys get what I mean here. There's just a bit of discrepancy in the color scheme, but it's the same colors that Zilvar himself uses, which I guess does justify this. And the build itself, I think this looks good. I hope he does stand on those two legs, though. I also don't like how the back legs are just a few pieces, while the front legs look more like actual gorilla, legs. So that is another small nitpick, but this does remind me of the Imperium Hunter Hound to some degree, and I do like those tusks. I think those do look pretty cool. This is just a lifestyle image. You see the size of the thing, and this is the minifigures included. Zilvar, unfortunately, not the best look here at JB Spiel Warren, but it is what it is. It's still a pretty good figure, and you can see all of the colors choices that are used on Grimtak here as well. Nia is a conclusion, same with Kai with the dragon claws now, and all in all, it is definitely a good set. This is probably more so of a day one pick for a lot of people as compared to this one, because this one does include that Zilvar minifigure, and I'm glad that they have a figure like this for so cheap. Next up, Kai and Cole's combiner vehicles. This one is just so meh, because we've had combiner vehicles before. They haven't been the best, and this one just kind of carries that tradition forward, though it does have actually a few cool things which I want to talk about. Firstly, I do like how the Cole bike looks. The Kai car looks a little like a 4+ set. It just needed some more of that length, I guess. It just looks so chunky and weird. The Cole bike, though, I do feel like it justifies itself being in the set. It's okay. And the Cole bike and, of course, the Kai car can actually combine to be, well, these weird combination versions where it's a tricycle and a tricycle. I don't know, it's just weird. I do like that flag included, though. I think that looks really cool with the fire and the earth there. That looks nice. And All in all, it is still a good set. The ice monster is definitely the highlight here. I just love how that mold looks. All in all, it's a good set, but for 40 bucks, it is just a little bit too much to ask for. Next up, Wildfire's transforming dragon mech. This one's about 90 euros, so probably gonna be about 100, which is a little overpriced, but hey, it is what it is. This feels to me like it should be a $90 set. It feels like it's supposed to be that way. This feels like a $15 mech. This feels like a $70 dragon thing, or like an $80 thing at most, which does give us around 90. Anyway, looking at this one here, I think this one a lot of people do like. I personally am okay with it. It's just not the best thing in the world. I'm not the biggest fan of this color scheme here. Same thing with the Beatrix mech. There's not a good look at it here, but it is just really an Evo mech, which just feels like such a downgrade. Considering before this, what we had was literally an actual Technic, almost a mech with knees and such. That just in comparison to this is just so meh. The figures included here are definitely the highlight. Sora is reused throughout the entire year. Unfortunately, that's saddening. But Wildfire is new with a new faceprint as well, which I do appreciate a lot. Same with Empress Beatrix. She has, of course, a new design, though that is an inaccurate armor piece right there. I do not know why they included that there. Acid Monster is definitely included in a lot of these sets as well. And yeah, all in all, it's good. It's good. Definitely not a pickup for me, but it's good. I like it. Next up, we're gonna talk about Battle at the Dragon Blade. This one I have a lot of thoughts over. By the way, I'm going by the price points. That is why I'm at a legend set now, because this one's gonna be about $100. And firstly, I think my biggest complaint with this one is it just feels so out of place. It's a 9+ set. Legends should never be a 9+ team. This is a team specifically designed for adults or older fans. Of course, Ninjago will never go with adults, so it's going to be older fans. But 9+ is just a little too low for me. And, just other stuff here as well. I like the build, but wow, does it look so much worse with that Evo mech just attached on there. I don't even think the Evo mech looks that bad. I just feel like the build itself looks weird with it. It feels like they put this just awesome, just jaw-dropping, just magnificent dragon display here with the head and the katana. That just looks so amazing. And then they just attached like a $40 set on top of it for no reason, and it's just like dumbfounding me. It's like, why is this happening? It just feels odd. And the thing is, the build doesn't even look bad in my opinion. I think it is still gonna look decent enough on display. It's gonna look as good as any of your normal Ninjago sets would. It won't look as good as Legends should look, but it's gonna look as good as any Ninjago set. But yeah, just that Evo mech there is just so weird. I even like that dragon, by the way. I think the dragon honestly doesn't even look bad. I'm a fan of the dragon, but that Evo mech is just ruining the build. It's just taking my eyes off of this magnificent display piece up down here, and it's just so dumbfounding me. Just why they managed or decided to go with this. And what gets me again is just that this build doesn't even look bad. It looks good. I want this set. I do. I'm not gonna get it because I have other stuff that's more important, but it still looks good, okay? Just how much better would have it looked if they removed that Evo mech and just made it like $20 cheaper. Yeah, just a tangent there. Anyway, next up is the land bounty, which is gonna be retailing for 130 USD. A little too much for my liking. I think this set should have been $100. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think this set should have been $100 on the dot. it just feels to me like it's supposed to be $100. When you look at the Nia figure compared to the land bounty itself, the build doesn't look like it's worth 130. 130 is what the Lloyd Titan mech was worth, and that one, I assure you, was much bigger than this land bounty is. But this is still not a bad set by any means. It's still pretty good. But this, I think, will help us get a bit of a better understanding. So that bike right there is a $15 or a $20 bike. Let's call it a $20 bike right there. This car is a $30 car at most. Just because of the big wheels, I'm gonna literally like give Lego the biggest benefit of the doubt ever. I'm gonna make this a $40 car, which leaves this land bounty here to be about $70 or $80 worth. $70 worth. And this is in no sense of the word worth that much money. This bounty here is worth at the most $50. 50 plus 40 plus 20 gives you around 110 or $100, which is what this set should have been in the first place. Anyway, now that this is what we have, let's at least look at the figure selection, because wow, do I hate it. Firstly, Lloyd Dragonus form is probably the only good thing about the set. The ice monster is here, but in my opinion, it is definitely my least favorite one out of any of them. I feel bad for the collectors out there because they're going to be spending so much money for this really horrendous looking figure. In my opinion, the ice monster is so much better than the fire monster. Nia, Jay, and Zane, they not only put them in their normal forms, they didn't even give them armor pieces, which is just so insane to me. Why do they just not include that extra piece? This is a 130 USD set with literally 1200 pieces. I think we could have had those 3 more armor pieces, you know? And yeah, I mean, all in all, it's not a bad set at all. It just feels overpriced. It doesn't feel like it's worth the 130. It feels like it's a solid $100 or $110 set. I get why they might make it 130 because of those big wheels there, but I still do not see that rubber being worth $30. Yeah, I mean, all in all, it's a good set. I think it's a pretty good set for kids, I can't lie. It does look kind of decent, but just for that amount of money, it's just not worth it. Next up, the final 2 sets here. Firstly, Twin Titan Mechs is gonna be a buy for me. I'm gonna get this one. Some way, somehow. Firstly, it's amazing value. This is 140 USD for 2 Titan Mechs, which are worth around $80. These are around the size of Jay's Titan Mech, which, when you put it into perspective, that one was $80. So these two do actually scale up pretty well in terms of price. Considering the last one we had was 130 with the Lloyd Titan Mech, 140 for these two feels like a steal. Admittedly, these are a lot smaller than that one, which does kind of hold these sets back. I feel like they should have each gotten their own separate bigger Titan Mech sets. But I digress, it's still a pretty good set. I do like how we get just this amazing looking stand here as well. 1707 pieces, 3 minifigures, Mira and Jin look amazing. Same with that Oni warrior there. Of course, you can swap them out with Kai and Nia as well. I just love how these two look. And I almost forgot to mention the scabbard here. That looks amazing as well. Yeah, I mean, I just love these two mechs so much. I need them right now. I'm gonna get them next year probably, but I just need these guys so bad. Yeah, these are just amazing, amazing builds. This is the first one that got leaked, and it's probably the best one out of any of these. Finally, though, the Ultra Dragon Battle, 12 plus, 2 178 pieces, $200. What do I think about it? Firstly, it is just such a niche Ninjago set. It is just a niche Ninjago set. It feels so niche. There's literally no original ninja in this set. It is recreating a scene from about, 14 years ago in just a completely different fashion. It just feels like it's niche. It doesn't feel like it's a real set. which is both a positive and a negative. It's a positive because I really do like this build. I think that Great Devourer right there looks amazing. I love the figures included here. I think those are just so great as well. I love this dragon. The dragon admittedly looks a little weird because he's not a dragon. It's like a humanoid dragon, but I still love it. It still looks amazing right there. But why? My question here is just why is this a set? That poster, by the way, there's gonna be posters with these. Wait. We're gonna have posters. We're gonna have posters. Wait, that looks so good. That looks so good. Are we gonna have a poster for this one? Please tell me we do. Please, yeah, we're gonna have a poster for that one as well. We're gonna have posters. Yay! I love that. We're gonna have posters. But yeah, just a little bit of a distraction there. This build right here, it does look pretty good, but it's just like, why this? Of all things we could have done, why this? Now, there's 2 exclusive minifigures here, those being Nate and this Oni Warrior. I think the Oni Warrior might be a repeat from this set. I might be wrong. It feels like the torso and legs are a repeat anyways, but other than that, Nate is the exclusive minifigure here, who is apparently Cole's ancestor. These are not the Ninja's kids, these are ancestors. But yeah, I mean, overall, I do really like this set as well. It's definitely not what I'm ever gonna get, because it's just so niche and just so weird. But I feel like it is just, wow. It just feels magnificent, and it just feels like it's something that doesn't belong in both a positive and a negative sense. And I'm gonna kind of leave it there. I'm gonna upload a lot more of these. I'm gonna talk about how I'm gonna rank these. Obviously, I'm gonna talk about a buying guide on these. I'm gonna talk about how I would have fixed these sets. There's a lot of content coming, guys. A lot of content coming. Anyways, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I'll see you all soon. And yeah, bye for now.